back to the Morning Bytes with Anushka. This podcast is brought to you by Star Engineers. This week's headlines focuses on the business and industrial updates from India and across the globe so that you kickstart your week. In today's episode, we will talk about Economist Impact discussing key industrial automation factors, Schneider Electric launching EcoStruxure, Intrinsic and Siemens collaborations, Arrow Electronics creating Robotics Center, and Micron announcing new facilities in India. Before we start, we are pleased to present Dr. Anil Lamba, Chartered Accountant, Financial Literacy Activist, author of the best-selling book, Romancing the Balance Sheet.
Why is a balance sheet called a balance sheet? The common perception is that it is called so because its two sides, the liabilities and the asset side, are balanced. That is not correct. The reason is something else. If you make a list of all your account heads, for example, the salaries account, the rent account, the equipment account, etc., you will find in some cases the accounts get written off and the meter starts afresh every year, whereas in other cases there is a balance that needs to be carried forward. For instance, if in year 1 your salary bill was 100 and in year 2 it is 120, how much will you show against salary in year 2? 120. The meter started again. On the other hand, if in year 1 you owned equipment worth 100 and in the following year you purchased equipment worth 120, how much will appear against equipment this year? 220. Last year's 100 gets carried forward to this year. Certain accounts have a balance which needs to be carried forward. Other accounts, the meter starts afresh, they need to be written off. Those accounts that need to be written off get transferred to the P&L as an expense, and those accounts that have a balance to be carried forward appear in the balance sheet. So the word balance in a balance sheet has got nothing to do with a weighing scale kind of a balance.
Economist Impact discusses that industrial automation is the key to addressing the energy and climate crisis. According to the report, the industry is responsible for about 32% of the world's carbon dioxide emission, and a majority of this is caused by the energy consumption. The International Energy Agency believes that this latest wave of efficiency programs could help industry eliminate 70% of carbon emission. At the Global Conference on Energy Efficiency, 45 governments endorsed the goal of doubling the average global rate of energy efficiency improvements by the end of the decade, highlighting the importance of digitalization and demand-driven solutions. The report also includes Barbara Fry, Schneider Electric's Executive Vice President and Industrial Automation, who pointed out that the attempts to tackle energy waste are nothing new in the heavy industry. The energy crisis in the 1970s sparked a wave of innovation, as did the 2008 and 9 credit crunch. However, she argues that there are still significant energy savings to be made. About 55% of the industrial energy waste is in the heavy industry. Ms. Fry says, while many have actively addressed it for decades, most can improve efficiency by another 5% to 10%. Schneider Electric announced the launch of EcoStruxure Automation Expert V23.0 for the Canadian market. EcoStruxure Automation Expert V23.0 is the latest version of the world's first software-centric industrial automation system. This solution represents a new approach to designing, building, operating, and maintaining industrial automation system by enabling automation software to be separated from the hardware. EcoStruxure Automation Expert is a part of Schneider Electric's broader vision of the universal automation, a world of plug and produce automation applications that share a common runtime. The solution is an ecosystem that works like an app store for automation where vendors, end-user system integrations, and OEMs share a common automation software layers over the automation technology. This technological collaboration is driving the development of portable and interoperable automation solutions. Industrial enterprises can easily integrate regardless of the brand. EcoStruxure Automation Expert V23.0 features include enhanced integration with AVA Systems platforms to reuse graphics from the existing applications for faster system designs. EcoStruxure Automation Experts can connect to AVA Engineering and import plant design data for automated bulk engineering. It also enables scalable visualization for the enterprise control room by integrating with AVA Systems platform. A new graphical editor for procedural automation which improves operational effectiveness. Multi-OS compatibility with the EcoStruxure Automation Expert HMI and Archive now available on Linux and Windows, which allows users to develop similar objects across all compatible operating systems. Enables internal and external entities to work together to create the best solutions to solve specific market challenges. Before we go ahead, let's talk about QVI, a world-leading manufacturer of precision multi-sensor metrology system for industrial quality control.
50,000 passenger flights each day depend on reliable jet engine power, something millions of passengers take for granted. Behind that reliability is some of the world's most advanced manufacturing technology. Measurement systems from QVI are part of it. The precision QVI brings to aerospace component manufacturers helps make air transportation more routine. From ensuring that thousands of parts in a jet engine deliver power when it's needed, to making sure your seatbelt stays latched for takeoff. Plastic bottles help keep us going when we're on the run. And when we put the cap back on our water bottle, we know it won't spill. When it comes to thermomolded plastics, manufacturers rely on QVI precision for fast, accurate dimensional control of their molding process. For mold makers, that precision means fast, accurate thread and seal surface measurements. For the rest of us, precision means longer shelf life and fewer spills from bottled drinks. Safety, reliability, and fuel economy are factors we take for granted every time we drive, yet all depend on thousands of close tolerance parts assembled perfectly. Automotive manufacturers rely on precision measurements at dozens of points in the making of every part, from cylinder heads to drive shafts to anti-lock brakes. More often than not, they turn to QVI for flexible measuring systems that perform day in and day out, right on the shop floor. Just a few years ago, prosthetic joints were largely a dream. Today, they're a common way to renew mobility and extend active lives. When it comes to surgical implants and drug delivery systems, precision is everything. QVI's advanced multi-sensor technologies allow medical device manufacturers to measure critical dimensions more reliably than ever before. From a syringe that delivers the correct dose to a knee implant with a perfect fit. Precision improves the quality of care and life for patients every day. Smartphones and tablets are essential tools for staying connected, in business and for life. Sleek and durable designs let us take our devices with us anywhere. Portable devices are incredibly complex to build. QVI measurement systems deliver the precision needed to fabricate circuits, etch hard disk heads, and fit touchscreen panels to the coolest phone cases. At the end of the day, QVI systems help make wireless mobile devices work on the go. Every great story has a beginning. Ours starts with people, the people who bring our precision to life, and the people whose lives are improved because of it. With more than 400 dedicated employees offering local support to manufacturers in more than 75 countries, QVI and our partners deliver precision across the entire spectrum of industry, from global manufacturers to local job shops. Precision for people is more than something we say. It's what we stand for.
In order to explore integrations and interfaces between Siemens Digital Industries' open and interoperable portfolio for automating and Intrinsic's robotics software, which is built for AI-based capabilities, the two companies have joined forces. The robots and AI professionals at Intrinsic are at the highest caliber, and they have particular strengths in reinforcement learning, machine learning, and advanced perception. Automation engineering and software developers at Siemens have industry-leading subject expertise in industrial automation technology. The creation of adaptable AI-enabled robot work cell will be sped up and made easier for bridging with worlds. In today's fast-paced and ever-changing business environment, where innovation and technology are constantly emerging, it is essential for industries and businesses to remain up to date and adapt to the evolving landscape. Our objective is to assist you staying ahead of the curve by providing you with the latest developments and trends. Join our community to remain informed and keep pace with the changes unfolding in your industry. Arrow Electronics and its company eInfoships have established a robotics center of excellence to help customers accelerate time to market for the development of cutting-edge automation solutions for use in manufacturing, digital factories, and other industries. Arrow has teamed with global technology leaders, Analog Devices, NVIDIA, and one semi-image sensor to develop reference designs and proof of concepts that robots customers can leverage to improve product design. Arrow has made investments in resources including engineers, hardware, software, and simulators. Platforms for NVIDIA include Jetson developers, kits and modules, ISAC-Sim, Omniverse, Metropolis, TAO Toolkit, Tensor, RT, and Trinton Inference Server. Additionally, Arrow will leverage open source tools to ROS Gazebo. The Robotics COE aims to help innovators with solutions and reference designs that will address the common robotics task of perception, navigating, and planning. Presenting the Manufacturing Technology Summit 2023. The Manufacturing Technology Summit is the ultimate destination for you to immerse yourself by exploring cutting-edge technology, innovative solutions, and game-changing ideas driving the manufacturing industry forward. This summit promises to expand your horizons and transform your perspectives on what's possible. Our past show editions have witnessed around 800 delegates, 100 plus speakers, 1 plant visit, 9 panel discussions, 50 plus individual presentations, and 16 sponsors. We have limited seats remaining for NTS 2020. Register now and witness the next gen manufacturing like never before. Check the description for the registration link. Micron Technology, one of the world's largest semiconductor companies, announced plans to build a new assembly and test facility in Gujarat, India. Micron's new facility will enable assembly and test manufacturing for both DRAM and NAND products and address demand from market and domestic international markets. Phased construction of the new assembly test facility in Gujarat is expected to begin in 2023. Phase 1, which will include 5 lakh square feet of planned clean room space, will start to become operational in late 2024. And Micron will ramp capacity gradually over time in line with global demand trends. Micron expects Phase 2 of the project, which will include construction of a facility similar to scale to Phase 1, to start towards the second half of the decade. Micron's investment will be up to $825 million over the 2 phases of the project and will create up to 15,000 community jobs over the next several years. Under the government's modified assembly testing, market and packaging scheme, Micron will receive 50% fiscal support for the total project cost from the Indian central government and incentives representing 20% of the total project cost from the state of Gujarat. That was it for this week's industrial update. We will be back next week. For more updates, log on to www.pi-india.in. Thank you and have a nice day.